Hello, hello, hello. Margaret Lloyd here. Eternal shift, new life. Here we go. Okay. Relationships with a narcissist. We're going to talk about those relationships and how to work through them. This is from Carolina. The narcissist calls you crazy, insecure, jealous, and sensitive to keep you from the reality of, I lied to you, I cheated on you, I disrespected you, I abandoned you, I twisted every argument, I made you doubt yourself, I isolated you, absolutely. I stole from you, absolutely. And that's what they'll do. They employ these tactics to distort your perception, to blur the lines between truth and falsehood, and to maintain their grip on your emotions. By labeling you as crazy, they dismiss your legitimate concerns and feelings. By calling you insecure, they shift the focus to your perceived flaws rather than their own actions. By accusing you of jealousy, they justify their infidelity and betrayal. And by calling you too sensitive, they minimize the harm they've caused and avoid accountability. They will never be accountable for themselves. But the truth remains, their actions, not your emotions, are the problem. Their lies, cheating, disrespect, abandonment, manipulation, gaslighting, isolation, and theft are the reality. Don't let their words define your self-worth. You are not crazy, insecure, jealous, or too sensitive. Or as my ex-husband used to say, defending Margaret. Defending Margaret. That's what he used to say. It would always get me, ugh. You are a survivor. We all are. A warrior. And a strong individual who deserves truth, respect, and love. Here's another one. Bear with me. Bear with me just a moment. I need to check something out. Because I know I did not do that. Just a second. Just a second. That there, that there, that there. There we go. They tried to freak me out. I hate when credit cards try to freak you out. My bad. My bad. Oh, been a long day. How often did a narcissist fake an illness, for attention or to manipulate you. Oh, absolutely. Nope, I apologize. I lost that one. This is survivor of a covert narc abuse fighting trauma bond. Very often in the beginning of a relationship, when they are trying to make you fall for them and their lies, the narcissist allegedly has a heart attack, had a kidney removed without reason, had brain surgery because of a brain tumor. I'm sorry. But if a narcissist has a brain tumor, maybe if they remove it, they won't be a narcissist anymore. Had severe thyroid problems, was on heavy medication, but he gave up all medication and he feels better. What? Enough reason to make him remain in bed, eat in bed, do nothing all day, never do any shopping, and help himself on your medication, whether he needs it or not, just for fun. Yeah, he'll go see a doctor later on when pigs fly. And have his own medication prescribed. That'll never happen until you break up. Then he might have to go do that. Bear with me just a second. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully the yawns will go away. I hate when I get the yawns. He'll use your supply. He looked healthy, like a bull, but he said he was so sick, it almost breaks your heart. Poor thing, he's so sick. The narc has your attention and keeps you worried and busy. You have to feed them. You have to clean up after them. They allegedly lose things like their glasses, their wallet, their diary. Turn everything upside down. You can't find your own things anymore. After that, so you try to put some order, and here he is doing it again and again. They keep you so busy, before you realize they've taken up all your time, occupy your thoughts with their bullshit, keep you busy with their lies, and by creating chaos. The thing is, later on when I looked for his brain surgery, the scar had disappeared. Scars after brain surgery generally don't disappear. My nephew still, when he had to have surgery, his scar is still there. The scar seemed to have disappeared, and he said, I misunderstood. He'd had no brain surgery, no brain tumor removed. You start to doubt yourself. Is it possible that I misunderstood? Did I imagine that? Is that a fake memory that I have? You get confused. And let me tell you what, mine had me so confused. 1 year later, when asked about his heart attack, The narcissist couldn't remember. Same scenario. I must have misunderstood. He had had no heart attack. Some high blood pressure, yes. But you have no time to try to make sense of what he's saying. Because out of the blue, he creates problem after problem and keeps your mind busy with crazy things. Yes, he had a problem with alcohol, but poor victim, was not his fault. That's because his ex-wife was pushing him to drink. She was buying him tons of alcohol. But he had stopped drinking since. But then it's too hot outside and he craves for a beer or two. That's okay. It's just beer, he says. Okay, next we're going to be talking about how do I become a narcissist's nightmare? Because isn't that what we want to be? We want to be their worst nightmare. Therefore, they will never do that again to us. That's what I want. I don't want him ever to do this to me. I want to be his worst mother freaking nightmare. That way he'll know. I still have bruising. The only way you can destroy a narcissist or cause them to feel grief in any way is for you to stop having feelings towards them, to the point that they no longer even exist in your mind, heart, or any aspect of your being and life. You hear the term no contact? What that means is that you abruptly, without notice, end everything that acknowledges their very existence. You obviously never talk to them, or write to them, or communicate to them in any way or through anyone. Nothing. It also means that you evict them from your mind, from your heart, from your thoughts. You get rid of everything and anything that could make their existence come to mind. And that's what I'm in the process of doing. I've gotten rid of an awful lot, but there's still a lot more that I need to get rid of. If you start to have thoughts about them, you immediately change your thought process and distract yourself away from it. If you run into someone who you know that knows them, you avoid that person. Or if they bring up the narc's name, you change the subject or pretend that you never heard their words. They will get the idea without your acknowledgement of the narc. If you run into the narc, you must take hold of your mind and your feelings and ignore them to the point of the narc being as if they were invisible. Walk right through them as if they were a ghost you can't even see. The narcissist literally feeds off your energy. And you need to realize that energy at different levels is around us. It's around us everywhere. The narcissists are experts at picking up on it. It may sound a bit weird, I realize, but even if you are alone, you must keep them dead to you on all levels, even more than dead, but as if they never existed in the first place. Believe me, this is the narcissist's worst nightmare. If you have a legal connection or unavoidable connection to them, then you must keep it to the bare minimum and never react to them, no matter what they do or say. You must be emotionally dead towards them, like a robot. Be quick in the interaction and get away as soon as possible. Use an email or text instead of voice, or in person if that is possible. Keep it completely impersonal. It is very important that if and when you have run into the narc or had to have legal obligation contact with them, and you have gone robot, no emotion or acknowledgement of them, you must, as soon as possible, do an energy cleanse. They have a far-reaching, thick, dark, almost oily energy that surrounds them, absolutely. And it will rub off on you whether you realize it or not. When we have contact with them in relationships, we can even catch their narcissism through our weakened boundaries, which they were attracted to us through in the first place. I got caught in that. This is why no contact works so well, because our boundaries are strong. Picture kind of like you were in your suit of armor. No contact boundary zone. And the narc was throwing weapons of negative energy at you, at you, to find a way in to penetrate your soul. Your suit was strong, and you make it through like a soldier in battle. However, your suit of armor took a beating. So now, after you're out of the war zone, you spend time repairing, strengthening your armor, boundaries, and soothing your mind, heart, and soul. They took an energy beating as you had to use all your strength to get through that battle. You will need to put in your healing bag whatever you find works for you as you explore your needs and build your suit of armor, boundaries. Ways of replenishing that I like to use are as follows: prayer, positive motivation, read from the Bible, call a friend. Don't discuss the narc. It would be good to have a couple of friends, family who know you, who knows you will need positive reinforcement when this happens, without bringing up the narc's existence. Go for a quick, long walk in nature. Listen to nature sounds and or soothing music. Lots of those. Breathe essential oils like lavender, sandalwood, rose, my favorite. I have this person has an aromatherapy locket that holds the oil so that she can breathe it in whenever needed. You can get them at Walmart cheap. That's a good idea. An aroma necklace. Do whatever it takes to restore your positive, healthy energy. Thank you. Leave it. Thank you. Let me throw it. There you go. I need to get one of those before I go meet with my narc. After an encounter with the narc and their dark, soulless energy, just a minute, I'm getting it. You're going to need to find something. What'd you throw it away for? No, you didn't. Silly girl. I am sure this answer will get an emotional response from a narcissist on this forum, and they'll be ignoring them. I appreciate any and all comments. Thank you for listening to all I've had to say today. I do these every day because I'm needing help working through narcissistic trauma that I went through. And I know there are other people out there that are going through the same things. And I do this so I can help you. And in helping you, I'm helping me. So together, we're helping each other. That's what I love about this. So please, please, take care of yourselves. Remember, self-care is very important. And remember, one thing that I do every morning when I get up is I remember these things. I am not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. Absolutely. And I'm grateful for a new day. I embrace impermanence, cultivate compassion for myself and for others. I walk the path of wisdom, and I'm at peace with myself. Now, I want to tell you something. 5 years ago, I couldn't have said that. Any of it. I couldn't have said any of the things I say here. I wouldn't have. Because at that time, my ex-husband was prostituting me on Strip Chat. I was a big, fat, 200-pound blimp laying on a bed. I never again, never, ever will I allow anyone to do that to me. And I will not allow it to happen to another woman, ever. No, not going to happen. If I ever hear of somebody doing it, cops are being called immediately. I cannot allow that to happen. So please, listen. Be mindful of what you're doing with yourself, your body, your mind. Please. Because there's only one of you. And you need to be healthy. Okay? So take care. See you tomorrow. Peace, love. And don't forget to like, comment, share. Super thanks are always appreciated. And know that I sincerely care for all of you. I may not know who you are, but I am thinking of you always. Take care.